seem like it. Hey. I think I should, maybe I'll do this a little bit. So that this can pick up my voice a little better. I think this is working. I have my chat set up in a different way. I want to make sure both are coming in. I want to do all this maintenance-y stuff first. I have to continue to grind the event, and I have to do the secret territory too. I haven't done that yet. And that's important to do. Yeah, let's talk to... Let's get this. Oh, there we go. People wanted to see them playing the games. There you go. That's hilarious. I really like that. Yeah, you can't really... I wish you could pick them up and put them in, but you can't. What's this one? I couldn't see because of the lighting in the background. The dispatches. Let's go in here. Hey. How's it going? Is there anything else here? All standard stuff. I actually got a 6-star quest yesterday. I didn't realize those existed. Where's this at? I'm just gonna do it over here. And I think there's just giving someone something. Yeah, I have to talk to someone in the terminal, which I don't have. I'm alright. I'm kind of tired. I've been working really hard, so I'm really tired, but I want to get some streaming in. Is she at least 5? Yeah. I'm not gonna go crazy with this. Not gonna go crazy. I just want to satisfy the quest. Oh, there is level up. Where is that one? Yeah, that's because I haven't, well, I have to upgrade some units and stuff. I don't just use, my resources just because I have them. I save them for when I really need them. So that won't be 900k probably. Or much longer. That's what happens when you repeatedly get the same character over and over and over and over and over again. I've gotten her that many times. You see that and you're like, you have to have all the 6 stars. I don't. I'm missing a ton of them. I just happen to repeatedly get her. It's one of those unfortunate things because I got me guard, so after that. Hey, this is actually working. This chat box. Probably do this then. So I see everything here. Okay. And well, it was hard enough getting the one. I let duplicates just happen. I don't really force it. And my force team is my worst team. One of my worst teams. They're not leveled up. So. Dawn seems like... She seems okay. She hits... Her damage hits the entire screen. She doesn't have anything else in her kit, though. She's really just a damage dealer. Not that there won't come a point that you'll need a bunch of damage dealers or that kind of thing. They could always add stuff in this game where you need different types of compositions and like a lot of DPS or multiple teams. They could do any kind of thing like that where all those extra units, you'll want to have them. And she's basically a limited unit. If you don't pick her up from this event, you'll have to wait till they rerun the event. I'm not recruiting. Terminal I can't do because it didn't come up. I've been streaming a couple of months. Yeah, I've been streaming a couple of months. I only started a few months back. And I had a big rough patch when I started. Because I set everything up on my older computer and then my computer blew up. And I had to buy a new computer. And it's, yeah, this computer is far superior to my other computer. So I'm able to stream to like 2 platforms and all of that, so. Dawn doesn't really have much in her kit. So she could be decent when fully, like, I don't think she's bad. But she doesn't add too much to your team other than being a DPS. These all get satisfied, so I have to do a raid. And that I can't do because it didn't come up. If you read her skills... Oh, hey. Hey, Warzone. Hi. Hi, guys. I'm trying to set up... This is what I'm trying to do. Let me just set up my Epic7 really quickly. I have to make back all the gold I've wasted the past couple of days in Epic7. So now this is when I have to make back my money. Spamming hunts. Oh, God. Well, people were upset because I got lucky. People were upset because I got lucky the prior days with my daily summons. So the Strays video should make them happy. No, Strays threw me in a blender and now I'm just like indistinguishable. You can't even tell that I was a human being at one point. Yep, I paid for those dailies, all right. Well, I mean, I pulled Operator Secret on my main. And then when I logged in at the end of the day and did the dailies on the alt account, I pulled another ML5. Which people get really salty about that. Everything pertaining to my main account where I say I'm gonna fodder the units, you know? That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to look at the skills so you can see. Am I pulling for them? Probably not. I may just leave it. Does this say... No, it doesn't. I haven't decided if I'm going to keep pulling. I don't care about Eve. She doesn't really do anything for my account. Because I have so many lightning units. See, she just does... She's just a damage dealer, which isn't a bad thing, but... She exists. So... She really needed something else here in her kit. Whether it's a minor conversion or something. A teleport of some sort, something. Where you would say... You would use her. You would put her on your team. Like, she's not just a damage dealer, she has a teleport. It's one of the reasons, you know, I swapped her for Meagard, because at the end of the day, she's just a damage dealer too. She increases her... She has a selfish skill that increases her own damage. So... I feel like they're not bad units. Like, Dawn's in the same situation here as Arya here. You really have to look at these skills in terms of... She's a selfish unit because she only powers herself up. She doesn't power anyone else up. You know, you want I feel like the best units have a lot in their kit. Like, she's a damage dealer, and she has a teleport. She does multiple things. If you fill 5 slots with units that do multiple things, you have more utility when you go into battle. So, I don't think Dawn's bad, but I wish she had some other thing to her kit. A minor conversion or something else. Her cooldown is low. I mean, this is really how you base whether or not you... I don't really know what that means. I don't really know what that means. Like, you basically just said I'm doing a shit job. And that's kind of... I worked incredibly hard to do what I'm doing. So that's kind of a smack in the face. I don't even know why you would think that's a good idea to say. Whose equipment? Dawn? I think it was blocked. It's not letting me see it. I think it depends what units you have. Like I said, my computer blew up and I had to redo absolutely everything. I had to redo all of my setups, everything, from scratch. Luckily, it happened when I was newer, so I didn't lose that much from it happening. However, yeah, it kind of threw a wrench in my plans. And I wouldn't do anything else other than the VTuber thing because I don't really like... I don't want to show myself. I don't really like it. I'm not a fan of... I'm not leveling up Dawn. I am getting her in all of the... I'm clearing out the shop, so I'll have everything. But... I'm not overly... It doesn't show you here. Oh, this? I don't know. They like making these units have these selfish type of skills. Like... Basically, you'd want her to be your active unit. I mean, it could be good. It could be good. I look at my team and... I may consider it. I may consider leveling her. Is that, like, healing? I hate how the description isn't the best. Yeah, I mean, there could be anything that they can make. You need 2 teams, so you'll want more units. They could do anything like that. I mean, she provides a slight heal, so it's not too bad. Hey. let's do this. Let's just get this done. I want to get rid of the split because I hate marks. I think it's always good to buy out the shop regardless. That's not what I want to do. I need to get this below a certain point. I've actually had exponential growth on my channel actually this month. And I don't post stuff on Reddit and stuff like that, which I could, but I don't. Because I know that can bring people that I don't really particularly would want in my community. Potentially. It's not broken. It just if people follow and stuff off stream or sub, it won't show up. Like I'll have to fix it manually. I have to fix it manually. Those are my goals, like, for the month. They're not what I have. I don't have 16 followers. I have way more than that, but those are my goals for the month. I try to do that to keep on tabs of what I'm doing. It's not. Like, that's how many I've gotten when the month started. They're based on whatever happens on Twitch. My YouTube is separate entirely. Thank you so much for the follow. It's easier to keep tabs of like what happens on YouTube because of the analytics. It's not on this. And I don't just run one YouTube channel. I have multiple. I have another YouTube channel that has thousands of subscribers, so I do a lot of things. I'm trying to get to this to the point where I could do this full time, but you know, it takes time to do that. I have a cooking channel. It's separate from this. I made it years ago. And then I kind of stopped doing it. Because I had other stuff I had to do. But yeah. I'm trying to focus on getting my YouTube channel monetized. My gaming one. And I've had some people do some crappy things on my stream, which unfortunately also hurts you when you're streaming and people decide to say dumb shit that's not true. And they don't even know, the person doesn't even know me. They're a stranger. They just decided to say random shit on my channel. Like, talking like they actually knew me. And I'm like, yeah, no. So I had taken a step, because of that happening, I took a couple of steps back from streaming on just Twitch. That's why I started streaming on YouTube as well. Just so I could grow my channel. My gaming channel. And I focused on YouTube more. And my YouTube channel's grown in the past week, 2 weeks. By a lot. Yeah, I want to make sure I make progress with this event. I have to make sure I do this every day. It kind of sucks how limited you are with stamina if you don't if you don't like refresh your stamina. I think it's funny. Someone made a video and they're like, how to quickly, you know, A3 your units. And then they kept trying to sidestep the reality. They A3'd so many units in this game because they've refreshed their stamina since day one. And they were like stepping around it. And I'm kind of like, $600 prism per day. Actually, it's more. It should be more than that, isn't it? You don't even get that much in a day. I think it's okay to do some of the lower cost ones, especially if you're close to a level. You could just use the prism to refresh once, get you over the line to leveling, and then you get more stamina from leveling. I've actually done exactly what I did in Arknights. I basically refreshed when I was close to a level, and then just kept going. I would level up a couple, especially early on, you level up kind of quick. And I don't spam, you know, refreshes. I don't really spam refreshes. You have to think about your influx of how much prism you're getting per day in influx versus how much you're using. I think 100 prism is way too much. I think the 60 is too much. But I think if you do 30, 40, one of the 60s maybe, you're still in a negative. You'll still be in the negative with that, though. And, like, building out your teams in this game is really important. No, I stopped playing actually last year. I played for a really long time. I stopped last year, and then at the beginning of this year, I went back when they did the year anniversary, and I played more, actually, a couple of months. And I'd still go back and play it just because Normally I wouldn't, because I'm like, oh, I've been gone so long. Which was my thought with Arknights, actually. I was like, I've been gone so long, does it even matter? And I was like, oh, I kind of want to do these stages. So I was doing more of the story stages. And actually, I was surprised when I looked up the tier list, and all the units that were out from the beginning of the game and were all top tier are still top tier a year later. They weren't power creeped at all. And that was a pleasant surprise. I stopped playing because it was just... You're limited in stamina in the same way you are in this game. And the grinding is exactly the same. Actually, I think it's easier to A3. I think it's easier to fully max out your Arknights units than in this game. To be honest. It is tough, but I think it's easier, actually. Like, that will start getting to people when it's, when it gets really grindy and you're not getting anywhere. Like, you grind it a lot and you don't see any gains, a lot of people will stop playing the game. Because there's no new chapters for them to do. Or, like, you have the event right now. So that'll hold people off. It depends how much dead period they have. That's another thing in Arknights. They would have, like, these long expanses of dead period between events. So you're kind of just waiting for content. Yeah, like, they have other modes, you know, too, in Arknights. But honestly, yeah, it's kind of... It's easier to level up your units in Arknights, for sure. I mean, even getting the materials to ascend them. Yeah, it's not easy. You need a lot of the... You need a lot of the materials to do it. Just like in this game. It's just they have more... You have more ability to get them. There's more stages. You can farm... You know, people have the table where it's like, farm this. Like, don't farm for the higher level materials. Just farm for the lower level ones and then craft them. So, like, in Arknights, you could do that. And here, you kind of have to just settle with whatever there is, and it's low percentage for the drop. And I think that's probably gonna get to people. And make them, like, once you finish the story and all of that, not want to play the game. Because this is a PvE game, so you have to feel like you're actually getting somewhere while you're doing it. You know, Genshin Impact has the same problem where you're so limited by the stamina system that the amount of progress you get to make is kind of small. Like, per day. And it's the same situation. If you spam refreshes, you get more opportunities to do it. Yeah, but farming the low chance thing in here, without spamming refreshes, it's going to take you a while to do it. In Arknights, you can at least farm the lower level materials and craft. And it's actually better calculation-wise to do it that way. Because the stamina cost for those stages is low. So, like, proportionately. Like, in this game, it's not like that. Which is unfortunate because the low drop rate is not... It's pretty bad. It may not look as bad if you're doing full refreshes. It's pretty damn bad, though. You know, there's always the potential that when they add more stages, the drop rate will be higher in this game. So you could still hope, you know, that that happens. Yeah, but not really. You just, it's extremely slow in this. Like, it's really slow A3ing stuff in this. Slower than in Arknights for sure. It's a grind in Arknights, but it's actually terrible in this. And I'm not gonna spam. I'm not gonna get caught in the spamming refreshes, because you definitely won't be able to summon if you do it. The people who are really far ahead, they're refreshing every day. That's the thing, like, the person in the video is sidestepping. They were trying to say it, but they were stepping around it, like they didn't want to just flat out say it. And it's like, just flat out say it. You know why I A3 things so quickly? Because I've been refreshing every day. That's an additional this many times I get to do a run compared to if you're free to play. This is how many runs you get to do per day. This is how many runs I get to do because I do the refreshes, my full refreshes every day. You know, the numbers are what they are. There's almost like they're embarrassed by it. They don't want to have to say it, but it's like, why don't you just say it? Because it's the fact. The way I just said it is just stating facts. This is how much you'll do as a free to play if you don't refresh at all. This is how much you would get if you do. This is how many runs you get to do. This is approximately the amount of those Ascension materials you'll get. That's what that video is supposed to look like when you say, like, how to A3 a unit. Like, the best way. Or however you want to title the video. In my case, it's like, here's the numbers for, you know, A3ing a unit. It's just, you know, it's always... You have 6? I mean, it's not supposed to be easy to do the last Ascension. It shouldn't be that easy, because then you'll definitely have no content. I think it's a little too grindy, though. It's one of those things, people down the line, when this game has been out for a while and they add more chapters, and then you can get those at an increased rate, they'll have a better experience with the game from the get-go than the people starting from the beginning. You pitied SSB a couple of minutes ago? Well, I mean, at least you got her. At least you were able to pity her. You had the ability to do it. Why would you do that? That was just one of the dumbest things I've ever seen. Stupid AI. The AI annoys me so much. They're just so dumb. Makes no sense. Yeah, you always gotta be happy. You know, I always try to make the best out of bad moments. Like, yeah, I had to pity strays, but at least I was able to do that. At least I saved the resources to be able to do that. So I guess I should be happy. That, in the very least, it lined up, you know? You know, if you have the ability to do it, and SSB is one of those units you should do that with. Even if it means you missing Holiday Euphine, something like that. She's better than Holiday Euphine anyway. In just a lot of aspects, but... Well, I mean, you'll be upgrading units while farming out the shop. Anyway. Just make sure you do the right, you know... Pick the right stage, N7 or N8, based on the Ascension materials you need. Because they're different. Oh, you pulled Emil Rin? Yeah, I mean, it's always good to get a new unit. Oh, you missed her since she came out. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, she's really good. Like, she's definitely one that is worth wasting all your, you know, using all your resources to try to get her. No medals for... you know... I've been saving for a while, like, all of my Mystic medals and gold. I've literally been spamming hunts every time they do a buff day. Just to build up my gold. I was beyond 100 million. And then I was down to 60 million. It was feels bad. And that's, actually, I probably used way more than that. Just because I was spamming, you know, refreshes in between to get Mystic medals. I like doing it over time and not just in one go. Even though I was doing it in one go and it was getting to me. Refreshing the shop for that many hours was getting to me. I've only done that 2 other times. I did it to get ML Robbie. And I did it to get ML Crow. And I planned on doing it to get strays anyway. I knew they would do it to me. I'm like, I have to be 100% prepared to go to pity. Like, force my way to pity. It just so happens I started really far away. I think I was 150. I was really far away for ML Crow. Too. I think I was 150. I was not at 180. Like I was with strays. That was terrible. ML Rin is really good though. ML Rin is very good. A lot of people use her as a speed contester. And because she has the buff stealing ability and all of that. She has a unique sort of skill kit. She has a stun. Stun is OP. So she's super good. I was happy when I got her too. I like the way she looks. I got her from when I did my pulls for the refund. The refund they did within the first year of the game, when they made all their changes to the summoning systems and added pities. And they put the ML units in the covenants. When they made all those changes and gave the refund, I picked up a bunch of 4 stars because the game likes being cruel to me. They're like, we're gonna make you think you got something, but you're not. And I'm like, if I can't get an ML5 from the Moonlight banner with over 20 somewhat pulls, then what is the point? And then, of course, people who had ML5s, they got tons, they got like 2 or 3. And I'm just like, why? So the person who doesn't have an ML at all, you don't give them one, but... That's why I think it's so funny. The one time I get lucky, pull an ML5 from Covenants, people are salty and downvote the video. It's just so stupid. Imagine being jealous of a person whose luck has been atrocious. Especially where ML5s are concerned. It took me a lot to build up the amount of ML5s that I have. And yeah, my account would probably look very different if the MLs were in the Covenants from the beginning. Because my luck has always been in the Covenants, not... like, Moonlight banner is irrelevant to me. I laugh at those stupid Moonlight packs. I laugh at them. It's like, yeah, spend $50, $100 for 3 stars. That you've gotten a million times and are in the Covenants. That's basically preying on people with the hope that they're actually going to get something. And it will likely never happen for them. Yeah, I mean... I actually just laugh. I'm like, alright, whatever. I'm not even... I think a lot of people in the gaming community, especially in Epic7, people have this thing about the flexing thing, and it's like... I don't know. That... I'm not like that at all. It's more of a, this is what I got. I hope you guys get lucky. I mean, you hear me say that in all of my videos. I hope your summons don't go as badly as mine. And you get them quickly. I'm not that type of person at all. I actually... When I watch those videos of people, they're like, I spent $2,000 to pull a character or get a weapon from the banner. You know, those Genshin video... You know, the Genshin Impact videos. With people with the spending thousands for the weapon banners. I watch it, and my first thought was, you kind of did it to yourself because you kept summoning, knowing full well it's not good. But my next thought is, I find myself just beckoning. I'm like, just give them the damn thing already. I can't watch this. I just can't watch the amount of money being used for something like that. Because I always think about, there's people going hungry in the world, and there's people who are homeless. And there's people in gacha games wasting $1,000 for a digital item or character. That you can't tangibly hold on to. actually don't like watching those videos because I think they're kind of boring. You already know the person's going to get the unit. I usually don't watch people who wail on games because it's like I know they're guaranteed to get it. I'm more interested in the people that don't really do that. And they're like, you know, I saved this much. I'm trying to summon for this. And I'll watch their videos because I don't know whether or not they're going to get it. And they usually, you know, make their thumbnails be in a way where it's open-ended. They're not telling you whether they got the unit or not. So I always try to make my thumbnails like that too. Like, it kind of defeats the purpose, you know? Been there. No, a lot of times I watch those people spending a lot of money and they kind of just... It's one of those they're getting what they deserve, I guess, sort of situations. But at the same time, I find myself... I'm like, oh my god, please just give them... Just give them the item already. Give them the character, please. I can't watch this anymore. It actually hurts me. It hurts me to watch. What reaction are you gonna have when you're forcing getting the item, though? I guess I'm really time efficient. So I don't really like Whale's videos just because I know they're just going to keep swiping their credit card until they get it. So there's no point. There's no mystery. There's no mystery as to whether or not they'll get it or not. There's no mystery or intrigue or anything to it. I guess that's my thing. Like Strays, I watched a lot of people pull for Strays. But there were people who were just gambling with what they have. They weren't going to spend money to try to get them or anything. Not that some of them don't say, you know what, I decided to spend $50 because I didn't get anything on my first go. Not that people don't do that, but that's more of a minimal spending thing than just I spent $3,000 to get, you know. I don't know. I'm not a fan of those. I don't watch them. I think it's a waste of time. When someone tells me, like, out front, I spent $3,000 to get X character or X weapon, I'm like, what's the point? You just told me what you did. Yes, Legend of Mana music. The music in Legend of Mana is so good. I'm not, you know, I think sometimes I say things that people may get the impression I'm anti-spending money in games, and I'm not. I think it's okay to spend some money. I think the spending thousands of dollars for a digital item is over the top. It happens. You get the one gacha game that's actually good to you. My Arknights account was like that. I actually got really lucky in Arknights. I got really lucky in Arknights. Like, I pulled a lot of the 6 stars from just that other part of the game where you just use the tags to try to get units, and I got top operator like a bunch of times. And then I got additional tags along with the top operator so I could guarantee certain units. 6 stars I didn't have in that game. There's just the one, sometimes there's just that game that you have good luck in. My luck is always prepare, pity. Well, that's my Epic7 account is it's marred. The fact that I've played it for 3 years is a miracle. I always prepare for pity. Always. Genshin too, my Genshin luck. My account started strong, but my luck overall wasn't that great. I had to constantly at least go to the 70 to get the units. That 70-ish range where there's a soft pity. And then there was a bunch of times I had to do double if I wanted to get the unit. That's really why I'm not really pro, like, repeatedly spamming summons to get duplicates. I think you should just let duplicates... I mean, the other reason is it looks pretty stupid when people wail to all oblivion to max out their units. Then they summon for a new character, get those units. And then they're mad because it's a dupe of a... Instead of getting the new character, it gave them dupes of characters they maxed out. But I'm like, why did you max them out in the first place? Knowing full well you would spam every banner that's coming out. The legendary, oh my god. See, now that's a banner everyone was having so much trouble summoning. And then, you know, all the whales were upset because of... They need to change the weapon banner because it's so horrible. And I'm like, why are you summoning it? You're summoning on it. You're spending thousands of dollars. Why would they change it? There's no reason for them to change it when stupid people like you are spending thousands on that banner. But I actually got Homa Staff of Homa. I actually got that relatively easily. I summoned on the banner because it was a good banner between the spear and the sword that were on that banner. That was actually a good weapon banner if you were going to do it, but... I had to use summons, but I wasn't summoning for units, and I kind of... The next banners weren't, you know... There was no units I was summoning for on the next banner, so I just decided to try. Because both of the weapons on the banner were good, and I could use them. I wanted the sword for Diluc. It was Wolf's Gravestone. And Staff of Homa. So I'm like, this is a good value. I kind of feel like doing it just because I have no 5-star weapons. And I pulled a bow, the Amos bow, which I use on Ganyu. And then I pulled Staff of Homa. And then meanwhile, all the content creators in Genshin, all the big ones, were spending thousands to get it. And then they were complaining about how bad the weapon banner was. But I'm like, but the weapon banner's always been bad. Why did you wait until the Staff of Homa banner to suddenly cry foul about the weapon banner? When the weapon banner's always been that bad. Why did you spend thousands of dollars on the banner? If they see the banners aren't making money because of how bad the system is for that, and that there's no pity, and you can get random, pretty trash, 5-star weapons. Then they would get the hint if no one wants to summon on the banner because of how bad it is, how bad the rates are. Do I have any more stamina here? And yeah, I always thought there's a problem with the weapon banners. That's why I never summoned on them until that point. So I'm like, this is a crapshoot. You don't know whether you're going to get it or not. And I had to save my currency for actual units because I always had to pity them. I don't have I wouldn't spend that much money anyway. I never really spend on equipment banners in games because they're usually not the best value. In Genshin, you could only get them there, but they changed. To see it. With all that Nidium I have, this is probably the best opportunity for me to do that. Oh, the third one. That was the last one. I think the last one was the one that was... It's 20k, 20x. I thought the materials were the last one. That's kind of stupid. See, that's the kind of shit that will make people quit the game. I just closed that. I had it. Actually, it's right here. No, the last one was the one that was the Ascension materials. The third one was Clear the Forgotten Snow, like the dungeons 40 times. It's 8,000 prism. Then it was, beat the dungeon 40 times. And then it was beat another dungeon 30 times. The last ascension, the last one for the seal was consume 10,000 prism. And then the items, the ascension materials. And it was 10. They changed it to 20 because that's absolutely stupid. 10 was hard enough to do. 10's hard enough to do. 20 is just stupid. Yeah, but that's the last one. It's not the third one. The third step is beating dungeons. The fourth step is dispatches and killing bosses. And then the fifth one were the materials. I just opened the document. The old one. I question whether that's true or not because people... I think that's not right because it's not the third one anyway. It's the fourth one. It's the last one. Victoria? I thought Victoria was good. I don't have Victoria. So. Yeah, but again, you're looking at a data mine. That's not necessarily accurate. I mean, they are what they are. Kill boss. Really? I should do that stage 8 anyway. How did people reach stage 3 already? It's not even... It doesn't seem possible. Hi. Welcome. I did take some time getting the old seal open. I need to do one resource raid. Come on. I have a lot of those. Saving for this moment here. Well, I mean, it is what it is. People are going to do refreshes, and then everyone else, they're not going to get anywhere because... Well, like I said, there was some downtime. Because I didn't rush the game like they did, but, you know. You started playing this game recently? Yeah, this game is fun. It's a really good side game. It's a really good side game to Epic7, because most of my, you know. Most of my time in Epic7 is just spamming. No, I did not get since or Eve. You can actually watch my videos and see what I got. Yeah, there's no PvP, which I actually like. I don't like PvP at all. I do it in Epic7 out of necessity, but I don't like PvP at all. I don't think it's fun. I think it's one of those things in gacha games in particular where it's like you feel I have to get that character or I have to do this or like forcing you to do something you may not necessarily want to do. I don't like that kind of mentality. I like being fully, you know, in control of what I'm doing. And I am a competitive person, so I don't really like that kind of thing where it's like, no, you're not on an even playing field. It's not like playing a fighting game or something, you know? Where you buy a game and it's a fighting game and you all have access to all of the characters. So everyone's on an even playing field, you know? You got them both in one pull? Oh, that's really good. I mean... That's really good. I use Michael, so I feel like Sinsa would have been good for my fire team, but, you know. I could technically still pull on that banner. I'm like 37 in. I did happen to do like a couple. I did like two more from what happened in my video. Okay, I just had to do that once. Yeah, I'm actually I decided to double down on my YouTube videos to get my channel monetized as quickly as possible, which is why I haven't been streaming as much. Because in order to do that, I have to... It's very hard to make videos if I'm streaming. And I've had a ridiculous amount of growth in just, like, barely, like, in 10 days. In 10 days, I've had, like, a ridiculous amount of growth. From streaming, yes, you can, because it counts towards, well... People like the videos in terms of they'll subscribe because they see me streaming. So I've got people subscribing because of it, and I've gotten a lot of view hours. Hours viewed because of streaming. Which is why I do this dual setup. I'm streaming on YouTube as well. But I have my chat linked so you guys can talk to each other and you can see, too. I have to do the other thing, the secret territory, actually. Now I'll just work through all of this stuff. I have all the big ones done. It depends what stages. I mean, some of the stages have some, you know... Some of the stages are a little weird in how you have to approach them, like... 13, like, is a good example just because your units don't do that much damage. You kind of have to break the rocks and pick up the stones to do a lot of damage. So there's stages like that in the Spire. You know, there's the annoying stages where they put the healers between the boxes so you can't reach them. It depends what you're having trouble with. I'm gonna do this, actually. Because it said I had to beat a boss. So I'll do this one. It depends what the stage is that you're having trouble with. Because the floors are set up differently in the Spire. They're meant to just be a challenge. That's different than the standard stages. Yeah, I'm just saying, like, they have different things in that where you the strategy kind of changes depending on what the floor is asking of you. For the healers trapped between the boxes, you want a lot of converters on your team. And people who can AoE in an area. so that you can do a long combo and then all of your units use skills. But you have to make the combo go into where the units are. There's a stage in the event that's very similar to that kind of concept, except the enemy is on a platform with all the holes between. So you can't directly hit them ever. You have to do everything from a distance. And it's the same principle. You want to make sure your combo goes straight towards that enemy so that all of your skills will hit that enemy, because you can't directly hit them. Like, you can't go next to them and hit them. Those kind of stages have the same kind of principle. You'll want, like, converters to be able to do a longer combo so that you get more damage and all of your units get to use their skills. So, yeah, some of the strategies and some of these things are similar. The ideas of trying to do some of those things that they're asking of you are similar. And RNG plays a lot to it. So if you start the floor and the tiles are not working with you, especially in Spire, you're not penalized at all for restarting. If the floor looks like absolute trash and it's not going to help you, like, make progress quickly, you can just restart it so that the floor redistributes. Because in the Spire, you can just do it as many times as you want. I need a thing over here. I don't know what to do. How do you force the terminal thing? Rethinking that. Let me level her up. How far can I get here? I don't like non-even numbers. I find it annoying. Yeah, the artwork in this is really good. The artwork is really good in this. You know, my favorite is, like... Actually, what does hers look like? Oh, yeah, she's like... She looks so good. With her last ascension. Yeah, it is. It's very similar, but I love that. Yes, I do. Kind of. Actually, you know what? Now that you say that, that's so true. I would even be holding a black cat. I have a black cat. It would be me ascending to new heights with my black cat. Another, I like any... If a game wants my money, they could just put units, like, make skins with cats. Can't tell you how many skins I got in Azur Lane just because they put a cat with the character. She legitimately has a cat with her. But she was she was actually, I summoned her from the beginner banner. So, it was fate. I like her Ascension 3. I don't like Carlene's. I don't like Carlene's very much. I kind of wish it was different. And then Michael looks like a boss. Like an absolute boss. She looks like an absolute boss. That's why this is my priority. Getting her A3 first. So I'm going... I don't know how to force this terminal thing. I can, I guess. I need to complete that. Yeah, I do. Connolly's is good, too. Actually. Yeah, people are I'm like, she doesn't look like a lolly at all over here. But okay. This is kind of, but like, isn't this a little out of control? I don't know. I don't know. Her boobs aren't that big over here. Like, she has boobs over here, but... What does hers look like? Oh, I remember. Yeah, this one's pretty good. Affinity? Oh, I could try that. I have so many. I have a lot of that stuff. I could try that. Oh my god, he looks like he's gone absolutely mad. He looks like he's completely lost it, which kind of makes sense because his damage is so insane. His damage is absolutely ridiculous. I really like Sharon's now just because he looks like he's gone absolutely mad. And I find it kind of hilarious. I don't like Aerodon's either. I think it's a downgrade. I really like the way she looks here. This is kind of boring. Hydra's is good. Yeah. Yeah, I know, seriously. Nails? I should be able to see it. Yeah, I think he looks cool. And yeah, this is so nasty. Oh my god. He's actually a really cool looking character. And he's just a 4-star. I love when games do that. Like, even the low level ones, they don't just look generic. They look really good. This is really good, too. Her artwork's really good in general. Damn it. I can't see it because I don't have this. I don't have her looked up. I did look at all of them, and there's a lot that's really good. Like, hers is interesting. I can't look at hers, though. I don't have my wood and fire leveled up that much. I know Pact looks really cool. My wood and my fire aren't leveled up as much. My wood is probably my least. There's a lot that are super good. A lot of times, like even in Arknights, I would just want to do their last ascension just for the sake of getting the artwork. Or wait, oh yeah, that's right. We're gonna try to force the terminal thing by leveling someone up here. Who has like... Why is your affinity not 5? Did you sub on YouTube or on Twitch? Like I said, those are linked to my Twitch. It won't show anything that happens on YouTube. I did Regal because I think he looks awesome. I know, but you know what's interesting with packs? It's just the fact that the art style, the artwork itself is unusual. Yeah, these are linked to my Twitch, so they won't move if you like sub to me. Like I would like for you to sub to me on both. It'd be great, but it's free on Twitch. It's free on YouTube for you to sub to me. If you sub to me on Twitch, it will cost some money, or if you'd use the Prime, it won't cost you anything really. You get a reduced rate. I'm in the program on Twitch. I'm trying to get to the partner program, which is the second level of it, but I'm an affiliate on Twitch already. I was back in April. I've been an affiliate on Twitch since April. I'm trying to get into the partner program, but that's a lot harder to do. You know what? I was also not going to pick him for exactly that reason, because I have so many, my account's water thunder heavy. So I was thinking I should choose one of the other two, but it takes months to get them. It's just like Azur Lane. Azur Lane has this thing almost exactly. You should pick the unit that you want and not worry about elements and all this stuff, because it takes like months to get them. The partner program is ridiculous to get into. You need 75 viewers average. That's the hard part, especially when Twitch, their counting is not good. It flip-flops around a lot, so it kind of works against you when it does that. I am in their affiliate program, so I can make money off of my Twitch through subs and people watching advertisements and all of that, but all right, let's do this before I forget. The secret territory. The partner program on Twitch does not take anything that I do on YouTube into account. I stream on YouTube mostly to help build my YouTube channel. That's why I started doing that. And it's easier to put my streams on my YouTube channel, just doing it this way anyway, because it's recording and it just goes directly to my YouTube, versus streaming on Twitch, then having to download the file, which takes hours. And then it would take more hours just to upload it to YouTube. This way, it's just there when I stop. When I stop the stream, my stream will just be on YouTube. I don't have to do any downloading or uploading. It's just going to be there. And I can do this at this point because they haven't changed the internet stuff in my area yet, which they're doing next year, which I won't be able to stream on both platforms probably when they make the change. It won't be possible for me to do, but I'm doing it in the interim while I can. I'll probably still put my streams up on YouTube anyway. That's just there's nothing there. You don't get anything from here, right? Yeah. I'm gonna go towards this thing. Most of the people don't do this because the bandwidth for streaming is too high. And it'll basically, you'll be using double the amount doing this. That's where it gets kind of problematic. I just happen to live in an area in the US where you don't get, like, bandwidth isn't limited for me. But it won't be next year. So I have to rethink, like, how much is, you know, the amount of time I stream, all of that. All of that stuff. Yeah, I mean, anything I do on Twitch, it's really just to build my Twitch channel. It won't help out my YouTube, obviously. Obviously, indirectly it does, because I tell people to, you know, follow my channel on YouTube. And I have my YouTube information on my Twitch channel. Same, you know, on my YouTube channel, you know. Yeah, it is a lot of places. That's why people are shocked when they see that I'm streaming on both. But it's because I live in a... it's like that in the US, too. I just happen to live in the part of the country that we're not being limited yet. It's like that for the rest of the country. I just happen to live in the area where they're not doing it yet. Which they do in a lot of places, a lot of different countries and stuff too. They were trying to do it in my area, but the companies chose to do it at the height of the COVID situation. And they got in trouble for doing that because they were exploiting a situation in order to profit. So they got in trouble. But I kind of like it because, like, more people are watching me. More, you know, more people get to chat. My YouTube, you know, the people on YouTube and the people on Twitch, my communities, they're not separated since I started doing this. You guys could talk to each other. So I kind of like it. It's kind of unfortunate that you can't do this more. What do I want to do? I think oh crap. I can't do that. I wish I had one yellow block. Let's see. Actually, I don't want to do that. I'm going to save it. I'm going to save it and then do this. And I have to restart this thing. I need to make sure my Epic7 hunts keep going here. I should just push auto. My units are really overpowered anyway. God damn it, Carlene. This will work, though. This will do what I want to actually be able to do. Or this will allow me to do what I actually want to be able to do. I hope this doesn't yell at me about equipment. Okay. I need to make sure I keep my Epic7 thing going, because after all the gold I've wasted trying to get strays, I need as much gold as I can get at this point. Here we go. I mean, that's why I haven't played Epic7 on stream, mostly because there's always the buff events going on the weekends now. So, like for the past weeks. So, it's given me a chance to play Alchemy Stars quite a bit on stream. There's that aspect to it, where it's very difficult to stream gacha games because there's only so much stuff you can do. Yeah, forests. Yeah, let's power up forest things. Increases. Let's take this one. Yeah, let's get forest upgrade for lightning and water units. So let's go here. You're still preparing Wyvern teams? Yeah, you know, it takes time. It takes time to set up all of that stuff in Epic7. Getting your team. Actually, you know, it takes time getting your teams going in this game, too. In Epic7, you need a lot of teams, though. I mean, maybe not all of the hunts, because some of the hunts just aren't important whatsoever. But you know, why you at least need 3. 1 for Wyvern, 1 for Banshee, and 1 for Azumanic. Those are the really important ones. And then there's expeditions. So you need another 4 teams. 4 teams to do that. I think they plan on adding an expedition for the Cadies stuff. So you'll need another one for that. Yeah, there's a lot. And then you need... there's the other aspect of Epic7, which makes it rough. Your units need to be built for PvP. So that's why, like, a lot of people see... I don't want to build a niche unit. I saw someone say this recently. I can't remember what the video was. They're like, I don't want to build a niche unit for... Oh, guard. They're like, I don't want to build a niche unit for expedition or hunt or whatever it was. And the reality is, the reason people do that is because you just leave them built for that, and you don't have to worry about messing up your PvP units just to do some kind of hunt or expedition. You just leave them set up for that, and then your PvP units are fine. They're left untouched. That is not what I wanted to click. It's kind of the same in this, where you need to build, you know, you could build your team to get through the story. That's fine. Let me do this. Maybe. You know, you could build your teams just to get through the story, and you can use whatever. But then you have to build each team for elemental team for the spires. So it ends up being similar. Not as intensive, but Epic7's been out for almost 3 years now. So they'll probably add stuff to this game where you may have to build other units. Especially in this type of puzzle game. They need to give you reasons to keep playing, to keep building units, and to summon more for other characters. So they could add other types of abilities to the characters in the future where you know, to entice you to want to summon for those units. Otherwise, you'll say, but I had my teams built from day one. Why does it matter? Why should I summon for another character? Like, they have to give reasons to. That's how these games build themselves out, by putting in different modes and kind of forcing you to use more units than just the amount that you're using. That's kind of interesting. I'm gonna pick that up. Does it really matter? What's the difference between this and this? You get an additional 60. I mean, this game is still very new. And honestly, it's kind of surprising how much they have in it. The Spire is really meant to keep you busy. They dropped an event relatively quickly as well, which will also keep you busy. I kind of want to end there, maybe? Yeah. Alright. We got it. I mean, this would be fairly simple. I wouldn't doubt that this secret territory gets expanded a little bit or something. Oh, crap. Let's go like this. I think this is just gonna kill it anyway. They're so weak, I think this might just kill. This should kill. Which is why I did that, just in case. Thankfully, they heal afterward, so then you get to go into the next stages. That helps with the bosses in particular. If you take any damage during these boss stages, you could just heal it back up by the time you reach the next boss anyway. Let's see. This guy, huh? You had to be that jerk, didn't you, dude? You had to be that guy. I'm gonna get rid of all of these. I really want to get rid of all of these. Hopefully we get a conversion that's in our favor. Hopefully. And that was huge. Okay. That's what I was looking for. I'm just gonna do... It's a shame I'm not using my lightning team. But we'll do this. And then hope for good conversions here. That was pretty good. That's actually really good. I know what I can do. Hold on. Yep. Okay, yeah. This should be GG. I want to get a heal in here. And then I'll get another heal in. But let's swap. I've played with my lightning team so much I forget to swap sometimes. This should be GG. Yeah. So, leaves a bomb where you... This one's not bad. This is actually not bad. That can come in clutch sometimes. This thing. I want to go towards this thing. I'll go this way. So I'll go this way. And could do I will do this. I will do this, and I'll end over here. I'll end over here. All right. You changed what I kind of wanted to do here. By doing that, I actually could do this. I'm gonna do this, I think. Yeah, there we go. Random surviving Maurian. Not that these relics really... They're not insane or anything. They're good additives. Over time. Like, this thing, they may expand it. I don't know if they have plans to expand this. That would make you use more units if it's harder. Or they have a harder mode. They could do that. Or now you need way more characters built than what you have. Can I one turn this? Can I one turn this? Or do something pretty close? No, because of course... And... me make sure I go around. Or something like that. No, I want to hit this guy, actually. I want to hit this guy, too. Let's do that. Yeah, there we go. Kind of just trapped in this area. That's annoying. I don't want to waste that. Maybe? I'd rather do this. Actually, yeah, this is perfect. This is perfect. Hopefully this is enough damage. Hopefully. Let's pick this up for her. Let's pick this chest up. I don't overly get why this is a stage, though. Doesn't really make sense. Like, I guess maybe I thought it was cute for the first time, but kind of just annoying now. Oh, you got ice? Yo. Nice. Congrats. I don't have her. Anything that's a fire and forest unit, you could probably bet I don't have. So do I. I usually just use my skills just to get to the point. But I guess there is that. You can use it as a good point to heal. You could use it to heal. It's not that difficult, I guess. The fifth stage, actually the fifth stage is not even that difficult. It's like the last boss that can be a little annoying sometimes. That's why I think there's the possibility of them adding another difficulty to the secret territory, just so that you get a challenge, especially the people who have been spamming refreshes. I'm sure they probably think this is too easy at this point. They probably just breathe on stuff and it just dies. And yeah, I used to use the room like that. I used to use it as an opportunity to like heal up. I kind of want to just end this dude. Preferably. Yeah. Just one turn it. Yeah, I'm sure people probably are complaining about this already, asking for a challenge. I probably could just be autoing, but the AI does just such dumb things. I don't know if I trust it. I do have other units that I could use as a failsafe. Probably. Well, that's the problem. That's a problem with that all gacha games have. You have that dichotomy between the people who are free to play. Then there's the people who are, yeah, the Leviathans. Their expenditure is absurd to most people. And then, you know, there's people in between. But the people who spend a lot of money, they're like, oh, this is too easy. We need stuff to be harder. Then the game amps it up a little too much. And it kind of shifts stuff to just the pay to win people. And then the rest of the community, which is a larger proportion of them, are complaining about the lack of, like, it's too hard. You're not taking into account, you know, the amount of time. And still, those Leviathan people will still say, oh, I'm done with the content. There's no content. Give us content. Then they'll still complain. But it's like, but you paid a bunch of money to do everything easily. That's why there's no challenge. If you wanted a challenge, I actually just don't understand people. If you want a challenge, then use the worst of the worst in the game. That's what a challenge is. Well, that's a lot of people's problem with in Epic7, like the Abyss is a good example. They kind of took people wanted stuff to be harder as let's make all these convoluted skills that enemies have. And you have to read walls of text and look at two different things in order to figure out what exactly is going on. That upcoming mode, I know already, and it's not even a free-to-play kind of situation. That's the problem. It's not really a pay-to-win, free-to-play situation with that. It's more of the people who have been playing a long time are going to be able to do it. People who are new won't. They'll struggle because they'll struggle with that, newer players, because they don't have that many units built. And they're forcing you to use 333. So and there's people like that. They come up with strategies like that using just a regular old 4-star unit. I wouldn't call that a bad day, honestly. A dupe Carlene? Better than not pulling a 6-star at all. I guess if you don't use Carlene, you might be annoyed. But I don't know why you wouldn't use Carlene. She's so good. I have had people say that they have Carlene, but they don't use her, though. It's the only reason why I'm saying that, but she's so good. Since it looks so good, his kit is actually reads pretty good. I liked his kit for my team, but I'm also lacking fire units, so getting a unit like him would have been good, but yeah, I use Carlene. I like Carlene a lot. I think it depends how your account turned out. I think it depends how your account turns out. If you've summoned a lot of fire units and forest units or something, or even thunder units, and you pull Carlene, you know, you may have Carlene, but you may not be using her because you have other elements that are stronger for you. Yeah, she has a lot in her kit. She does a lot of damage, too. Her kit is stacked. She's one of those units. She's one of those units that is super good. Rest to recover. Do I need to recover? I don't even know. Maybe I should walk towards it. Actually, I can deviate. I can't. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do this, and then I can make my choice. That's what I'm going to do. Sharona? I'm A3ing Michael first. And then, I don't know, Sharon looks absolutely hilarious in his artwork. It makes me want to A3 him. What is this? Does this help? I think I am gonna do that. I think I am. Or maybe that was a bad idea. That was totally a bad idea. I was thinking it was connected for some reason. So now I have to change my plans of what I was doing. It's fine. It's all gonna work out in the end. You just YOLO'd. Yeah. I don't have Wrath or Sharona. I tried getting Sharona, but like pulling on the mainstay recruitment, but I didn't get her. I got Sharon, which I guess honestly, I don't need Sharona. It was better that I got Sharon, honestly, because I needed a fire unit, and that's more important than getting Sharona. Oh, I have it. How are you being bamboozled? I'm spamming hunts. Go watch my Strays video, and you'll know why I have to spam hunts. For the 20 billionth time. I can't believe I'm actually gonna reach the 100s on my leafs. That's how many leafs they've taken from me. I'm actually gonna reach the 100 level. But I went from like well beyond 100 million all the way down to 60 million. It feels bad. And I have to craft. I'm gonna have to craft gear and do a bunch of stuff to gear up my strays. So much potential, just can't do absolutely anything. I have all these blocks around me that could potentially make me do a bigger combo, but they're all disconnected. I'm gonna do this. I want to get healing in. Does Sharona... I can't remember Sharona's skills. Does she teleport? Do this. Not much to think about here. I am spamming Epic7. I could have it on the screen, I guess. I just have it going on my phone. I didn't feel like messing with setting up both those stacks. I think I I think I did upgrade that already. They keep putting patches out like every day in Epic7, trying to fix all the minor problems. No, I want to go this way so I can make a decision. I said I'm spamming Hunt Day in Epic7. I mean, you could really ask me about any of the games that I played. You know, that's another thing I don't like about Twitch. They don't accommodate people. They don't accommodate people who play multiple games. How are you bamboozled? I'm playing it. You want to see Hunts, Wyvern 13 being spammed? I usually do put it on the screen. I just didn't feel like setting it up. You know, I was interested in punishing Grey Raven. I was interested in punishing Grey Raven, but I wish they had a PC client. Not saying that I won't try it still, because it does look really good. I'm probably going to try it anyway. And that's coming out not that long from now. Some of the other stuff, I'm like, eh. It's just kind of okay. Not great. Not like too... Punishing Grey Raven comes out soon. So I'm looking to probably play that. At least try it. I may at least try it. Even though I'm not a fan of it just being on the phone. Like, you can play it through an emulator, but I'll have to set up stuff to be able to use a controller or something. You can. Well, I think you can. Sometimes gaming companies block you from doing certain things, but I'm pretty sure that you can. There's usually a niche amount of companies that like to block you from doing things. But I'm pretty sure people have been playing the closed betas and stuff. I think they've been playing it on emulators. You could set up controller functions and stuff on the emulators. And I'll try it just using however it's set up. On the emulator when it comes out, see if I like it. Usually if something feels clunky while I'm playing it, it will just annoy me. But yeah, I'm going to try. That game comes out relatively soon, actually. I'm going to try it out. I always try new games. I play games for a really long time. I'm not necessarily a game hopper, but when I take on way too many games, I usually try to reconsider what I should keep playing and what I should drop. Because then you start not enjoying anything. Because you're playing too many games at once. I've found that out over time, especially since I need to stream and I have to make YouTube videos and all of that. It makes it tougher. Reload a bandage on the battlefield? What the hell does that mean? I don't even know what that means, what they're talking about. Alright, I'm getting down to the choice I'm going to make. Oh, it'll drop a health pack. Well, just say you're dropping... What? Just say you're dropping a health pack. That actually could have been good. I'll keep that in mind next time. Although, I mean... by the time I get to the boss, I'll be full health still. Anyway, the bosses are the ones that do damage to you just because they have all those other contingencies going on. Where you take damage, like you take 5% damage every turn. Stuff like that. The boss doesn't even have to hit you, and you're taking damage. Well, that's just... I'll save that. We're gonna go this way. Yeah. Yeah, the rainbow tiles are definitely useful. The health pack is actually pretty good. Just, like, keep up your health, too. That's actually not a bad one to take at all. I had no idea what the hell I was talking about. Why did I switch? I don't even know why it switched, but I kind of just did it. So now I'm forced to stay. It's not really what I wanted to do. But this sets me up for this. I'm gonna... let's do this. And we'll do this. So I can get my health back up. And then we'll just do this. There we go. And I like that you get to do your healing skill right before ending there. Reduces cooldown, huh? Yeah, why not? It's not that insane of a thing. I don't need this. I have other units. I mean, even if the boss goes bad, I have another set of units. Anyway, at this point. Kind of do like that. So then I can go in a circle here. How do I get this? I think I have to do this. Yeah. I want to make sure I pass by all of these guys. All right. Well, they help with that. With all the yellow tiles. Let me do that. All right. And then I'll have a teleport. I could come back over here. I could come back over here. Let me do this. That actually helps. Is it possible to get multiples? Does Carlene's skill destroy books? I don't know if it does. Kind of concerned that it does. So I'm not gonna do it. That's not what I'm doing at all. I want to go this way. I'm not sure if it does or not. Otherwise I would have did it. I wish I started streaming last year when the COVID thing was amped up. Because a lot more people were watching. They were bored at home. And a lot more people were watching both YouTube, actually, too. And Twitch. That's where... as a content creator, you could have gotten a lot of growth in that time period. Not as much, actually, just because of the vaccines being rolled out. There's just so many restrictions that are gone. In my area, you don't even have to wear a mask. It's not required unless you don't have the vaccine. And they're just like, we suggest you wear a mask, but it's not required. A lot of the restrictions have been lifted, so more people are getting out and doing things outside, especially now that it's summertime. At least where I am, it's summertime now, so most people are getting out and doing stuff rather than sitting at home watching something. So yeah, COVID's still a thing, but a lot of the craziness that happened last year aren't really, those kind of restrictions aren't full throttle anymore. And I still wear a mask because there's the potential for mutations. And my parents can't get sick. I do all the shopping and stuff for them, so I can't get sick. No, that's not what I want to do. I want to do this. Okay. Yeah, but more people are getting out and doing things versus last year, you know, you had nothing else to do because you just had to stay home. They didn't want people going out at all. I wish I could do this differently here. Alright. So yeah, I kind of wish I started. I didn't think of doing it until this year, even though I have a YouTube channel already. I was never overly a fan of streaming. It's not really my thing, I guess. I would say. I play so many games and stuff that it makes sense for me to do it just because I play a lot of games, I try a lot of games, and I'm really good at analyzing stuff in games and so forth. That's definitely my forte. And I was like, you know what? Maybe I should just give it a shot. Maybe I'll like it more than I thought I actually did. I also had an older computer. So I was like, I don't think I would like to stream. I remember watching people stream and I'm like, I could stream. I don't think this person's any more interesting than I am or anything. I'm like, I would like to stream, but my computer was kind of crappy. And I'm like, I don't think it, I think, you know, I saw some people having trouble and they said that their computers were good and they were having trouble streaming. And I'm like, I don't know if I can do it. My computer's not good at all. And then this year I was like, you know what? I kind of just want to see if it will actually work. And I had my old computer at the time. And when I streamed, I tried streaming Genshin. Just like a test. Running like a test. And I was able to make it stream perfectly. It was smooth and everything. And Genshin's a very, you know, taxing kind of game. And streaming is also quite intensive too. Takes up a lot of processing. My character model is a ridiculous amount. That's the only thing I couldn't do on my older computer. I could stream successfully and it was smooth, but I could not use my model. It took up too much processing. It messed it up. So I was doing it originally like that without the character model. Originally, but then my computer blew up. And I had to get another one. And that's what I'm using. And it does everything. I'm able to actually use my model. I mean, in the end, it kind of benefited me just because I'm able to use my character model. I wasn't able to do that before. So my computer blowing up wasn't necessarily a bad thing. It wasn't cool at the time because I just went from streaming to... I went back to my computer and it had restarted. And I'm like, are you kidding me? I just streamed. How could this be happening? I'm like, good Lord, how could this be happening? But I made it work out and I could run a ton of stuff. I could literally have 4 games going at one time. I've done streaming with my VTuber model and 2 BlueStacks, the Counterside PC client open, and Genshin Impact open, and it runs perfectly. There's no lag or anything. So yeah, when I say my road to streaming and all of that was a rough road, it was really rough. It even included my computer exploding. I don't literally mean it exploded, but you get my point. It was pretty much I was able to get it going again, but it does not run correctly. It's sluggish. And it wasn't like that before. And that was after, like, a really long time. It probably would have killed my computer again if I tried to stream with it. So. Aw, man, I really want to do that, but he's gonna attack. I can't. I can't do it. So you toss me over here. Let's see. Let's swap one more time. Let's swap one more time. So we'll do this. Yeah, my road to streaming was a rough one, but I made it happen. And then I got into the affiliate in barely any time. In a month. I was streaming like extremely long hours. Like originally I was just gonna do a couple of hours and stop, and I went much longer than intended. But it helped me get to the affiliate. So that worked out for me in the end. I'm one of those people who just like, I'll just work with what I have. So I'll keep my computers for a while. Let's go this way. thought it was further along. This is actually taking quite some time. Actually. Let's see. Yeah. Let's just do this. Let's just do this. Get rid of these guys. It's a lot of green. That is a lot of green. Let me get rid of all these. It just so happens they go next to so many of these enemies. So I may as well just get rid of them. Just get rid of that. And then moving on to this. Hey! You always do this to me, dumb game. I only have one more swap left. Which just makes sense to do at this point. Anyway. I should be able to take this guy out. There we go. Let's see. Let's do this. I don't know why I'm overthinking. This is not like it's Epic7's auto tower or something. The relics have, like, small gains. So it's not like it's something you have to overthink about. Okay, let's see. I might do this just for the sake of... Can I try to kill all of these? Possibly. I'm hoping to at least kill the two guys on this side with this. Yeah. There we go. Now there's a lot of... Well, actually, yeah, you guys just destroyed everything. Nice. Perfect. And I'm working my way towards this treasure chest. I haven't tried autoing this. I should try it one day. I just don't trust the auto. The auto makes me so annoyed. The choices they make are just... so stupid. I'm gonna use the yellow blocks first, I think. And then I'll go from there. This puts me in position to use the blue blocks in a good way. What does that look like? Is that a good distribution? I think that's a very good distribution. Yeah, I can make this work. I can make this work here. I'll agree with you with that one. It's true. Man, the AIs in games in general infuriate me so much. They infuriate me. You see them doing something stupid, like they'll put tiles down and move to the corner or something in this game. Of course, in other games like Epic7, the characters are just programmed to do their skills in a certain order, which doesn't always make sense. They can't soul burn any skills or anything. Like, that game has an entirely different problem with the AI. They'll just attack the opposing element. They won't target. Like, you have to force it to target one unit. That game has an entirely different problem with autoing than this one. This one, they just make odd choices in what they're doing. They use the skills just haphazardly to move into the... I've seen them do that. They use a conversion skill just to move into the corner, and I'm like, I don't get it. That's why I can't look at auto. Looking at auto, like, it's maddening. I have to look away. I have to cover it just because. They prolong battles unnecessarily. Yeah, that's the thing that, like, in Arknights, I kind of like that. In Arknights, where it saved what you did. For better or worse, you know, it saved what you did. Sometimes you have to redo it just because the timing's slightly off. But overall, I always like that in Arknights, that it saved what you did and it just redoes the same thing again. So if you're having some kind of failure, you could just go in and tweak it a little bit to make it sure that it works. I almost wish Epic7 was like that, so that you can do the skills in a different order, omit certain skills. I mean, people have been asking for that in Epic7, toggling the skills on and off, so you could turn off. If you want them to use their skill 2 but not the skill 3, you could toggle the skill 3 off, or, you know, vice versa. You toggle the skill 2 off because you don't want them to do it. Luluka's a good example of that. People wanted that, like, you know. Instead of just turning Luluka's skills off entirely for Wyvern, you could allow her to do her skill 3, but turn off her skill 2 so she doesn't do it. So you just have the skills that do the, you know, defense break. This is not helpful. And that doesn't really help me either. The programming for it would probably be extremely annoying. That's probably why they don't want to do it in, like, Epic7. Those kind of options would be nice. Like you allow a certain unit to soul burn. That would make a world of difference in doing a lot of that stuff. Setting up hunts and so forth. Does that help me at all? Sort of. Kinda. Not really. Why is this guy way out of the way? Could potentially do this, though. Oh, nice. Well, I mean, that's kind of good. It's setting you up for a fire team. You want Eve? Well, my luck on that banner has not been good. Although I am kind of close to. Can I hit anything else? No. Let me try to get rid of this guy. I have so many water units, like... I like the way Eve looks. She looks cute. And I would gladly take either of them, truthfully. My fire team's just so weak compared to my water team. So I'm like, Sansa could be good for me to get, but you can't control any of that. What do I want to do? The greens? Maybe? Maybe I can move closer, actually. Maybe that's what I'll do. And do this. Thank you so much for the follow. Oh, it gave you an army of forest. Yeah, that seems like the complete reverse of my account. My account was mostly water and lightning, and that's still happening. So I'm like, I know if I get a 6-star, it'll probably be Eve or some other water thunder unit, because that's just how my account is. Yeah, his abilities, I read them and I'm like, I like the way Eve looks more, but at the same time, skill-wise, I actually think Sansa's better. I think people are just kind of ignoring him because he's a guy. But I read his skills and I'm like that. And, it depends what you have. If you have a lot of fire units, it's probably... you'll have a different opinion. Hey... For me, I don't have that much fire. I don't have that many fire units, so. For me, he was looking like a... It would be good if I got him. I could try to use it to my advantage. Whereas, like, Eve would be competing with the units I currently have on my Thunder team. That's why I always say, like, you should think about what you have. Read the skills. See if it fits. Versus, I know everyone gets heavy into whether the unit's good or not. Which is okay, I guess, but it really does come down to, should you summon when you're talking about should you summon for the unit? It really comes down to, are you missing that type of thing on your team? If you are, it's probably good to summon for it. Or are you missing those elements is another thing. Then it's a good idea to summon. If not, I mean, you should always read the skills, you know? Yeah, that's my thing. That's my thing. Eve would be competing with someone else on my team, and it's like, it's really hard leveling up units in this game. Am I gonna use her? Or is she just gonna sit there in my inventory? I always try to take that kind of stuff. I always suggest people take that kind of stuff into consideration. When you're trying to think about whether you should summon or not. Especially, I mean, if you're a spender, you could do whatever you want, you know? It's one of those things. You'll probably want to collect all the units that you can if you're going to spend money. I guess there's, if you're a minimal spender, is it worth spending on to get it? But yeah, it does. They have, if you look at the way fire units are built, they don't have a teleport. They don't have a good teleport. They have someone who could teleport, but they don't do anything else. They don't have anyone who could teleport, do like all of the stuff that other units in the rest of the elements can do. But if you look at the way the fire units are built, a lot of them hit all the units on the screen. There's a lot of those kind of units. They can hit someone anywhere. And then they have the, Brock pulling units towards you. So while they don't have a teleport, they have a lot of abilities that hit anyone on the screen, and then someone like Brock who pulls the units towards you. The lack of a teleport is bad just because, yeah, Brock pulls people towards you, but if they're trapped in boxes or something, it doesn't work. So if they're far away from you, you can have difficulties, completing the stage in X amount of turns like they're asking. That's one of those banners. If they put a banner up where a unit does that, then you start looking at that unit saying, well, this is the first fire unit that has a teleport. This could have value for me on my team. So that's the type of stuff I always think, like, if you're thinking about, is this person worth summoning for, That's the type of stuff that you should take into consideration. And with this game, everyone's accounts are different, which I kind of like that. I kind of like the fact that, besides whales who wailed to get everything, besides those people, I like the fact that everyone's account is kind of different. Your summoning unfolded completely different than mine. Well, I have lightning water, and I'm like, oh man, I'm having trouble with my forest and fire teams. Someone else is saying, oh, that's interesting. My account is all fire units, or my account is all I like that. I did try Guardian Tales. I did. I tried it. I think I was playing too many things at that time, and you really had to give it attention. And I'm like, do I really want to play another gacha game right now? So I ended up not playing it. I did watch a lot of people were playing it. I'm like, you know, it really does look fun. It really does. But I also think it's something you want to give a lot of attention to as well. Like reading the story and stuff. I don't think you want to skip it in Guardian Tales. Because there's a lot of comical, you know, references to other games kind of stuff. Let's do this. Yeah, I've actually tried so many games. Fire has the best converter. They definitely have really good converters. And Sharon is crazy. That type of conversion's not the best, but... Happy, cheering stories, reality. What am I... Do I want to switch? There's some pretty good converters in the lightning. Actually, there's some... I think green also has one of those converters like Iridon. I don't have the unit, but I think there is one in Forest. Yeah, I like that everyone has, like... Yeah, exactly. It's old school. Like, I like the old school stuff. And their gacha summoning thing is kind of one of the best animations. I love that it's like the box with the little gacha boxes that you open. That is one of the best summoning animation things. It goes with the theme and the way that game is. Well, that's why, like... You know, I used to take the approach if I start playing a game, I really want to play it for the long term, and I forced it too much. And I ended up playing... I was playing 7 games. I got up to 7 games where I was just trying to manage all of these games. And someone put a video about a game that I used to play, that I had played, was shutting down. And I'm like, oh, that game's shutting down. Not that I was not surprised or anything, because they made certain choices in that game that just kind of ruined the gameplay and so forth. But honestly, I was like, I have to look at these games that I'm playing and really think about it. Because do I want to see the death of the gacha game, or do I want to stop playing when I'm like, you know what? Like, part ways in a good way. You want to be a Thunderman, but I feel like you just have to go with what the game gives you. If the game is telling you to be a fireman... My game told me to be a water thunder main. So even though there's lots of characters in the other elements that I like and would like to use, the game was just like, nah, you have to use water or thunder. Yeah, this has the lever. You know. I think I like the bag and Arc Knight's better. Like, they're trapping units in the bag that you have to unzip to let them have actual oxygen. The lever kind of drives me nuts because every time I try to pull it down, it like doesn't work all the time, and sometimes I just try to like swipe, you know? You can't really swipe really fast to pull the lever down. Like I have to grab it and like drag it down. Why do you have to be separate like this, dudes? That kind of bothers me. I know of that game. I don't remember what the summoning looks like. I don't remember what the summoning. Mine's messed up. Like I'm trying to drag it if I try to swipe really fast, especially on the emulator. On the emulator, it kind of does it. Oh, you drop. Like interactive summoning systems are pretty cool. So you can see. Oh my god. You know, they do other stuff in summoning that makes it hype. Like, I really like games that include a conversion. Random conversions. Like, it says you're getting a 4-star, but then it converts to the highest level, 5-star, 6-star unit. I like games that do that because it makes it really interesting. Because you're like, you pull and it says, like, you're just getting a 4-star at most. Or an SR at most. But then it converts. That kind of stuff is really fun. Yeah, Dragalia did that. The last summon could convert. So when it dropped down, it went from gold and it just dropped. And then it turned into a rainbow one. And you're like, oh my god, I actually got a 5. Like, it used to be really... That was really cool. It could happen on single pulls, too, I think. I think it happened to me with the single tickets, too. But in the 10 pulls, your last one, if it was a 4-star, could convert. And it made it really fun. It makes it interesting and exciting. Because you don't necessarily know what's coming up. You know, I really like the Fate series. And I'd considered playing, you know, the Fate Grand Order game. But then everyone talks so bad about it. And honestly, it looks really old. When I looked it up, I'm like, you know what? This game looks so old, too. I know. Arknights, them in the bag is just like... You're suffocating. They're smuggling the units in. The units are being smuggled in. I'm not going to play FGO. It's really old at this point. Just yeah, right. They're in the bag. They're like, get in the bag. I can't breathe in here. Well, too bad. Yeah, 7 Murdochs in one. Well, I think it's more like a Mary Poppins kind of bag situation where they're kind of shrunken to fit in the bag. And then they're full size. Yeah, I like games that do that as well, where you have an SR unit that they allow you to upgrade. Like exactly like that, the retrofit system in Azur Lane, and then the 3 main characters, that you could just pick from the beginning and you actually get them very easily. They're like super good. Well, I know. Arknights does you dirty with the summons. Oh, my favorite? I don't know if I have a favorite in FGO. In Genshin, my favorite character in Genshin is probably Chi-Chi. But I do like Venti, Ganyu, and Zhonglei too. But my favorite is probably Chi-Chi. And in this game, my favorite is Michael. Yes! Yes! She's my favorite. Laufey's my favorite character in Azur Lane. She's my favorite. Literally, I started playing Azur Lane because of Laufey. I'm like, she's so cute. I want to play. And then I realized you just get her. You can just pick her from the beginning. And I'm like, oh, well, that was easy. I got my favorite character with no re-rolling, no nothing. Just start with her. She got my first, wedding ring thing. And I made sure I did her retrofit. And then when they put out her wedding dress, I had it already. But I bought all the skins for Laufey too. Made sure I picked up all of those. I really like her. She's just really cute. Like the Fates series. Yeah, I don't have a favorite in I just like the Fate series. I like the suspense of it. I like that it's not perfect. There's a sadness to it. Laufey is so good. They look really cool. The specialty changes in Epic7 are similar to that idea. Where they take low-level units and let you upgrade them. That kind of stuff really just adds to the game. And a lot of people form like in Azur Lane, oh my god, all those 3 main units. There's just the 3 different factions, whatever one you chose. People are in those 3 different factions. They have a special attachment to the unit that they started with in that game. And then there, of course, is the people who love Sandy. There's just the people who love Sandy. Oh my god, the memes of Sandy. Oh my lord. Well, by the time they did her retrofit thing, everyone had more than enough Sandys. Seriously. Sandy did come up a lot. It was ridiculous. So I'm like, why are people saying that? Maybe they're just not lucky, you know, when I first started the game. And then I'm like, she really does come up a lot. It's not just one person having bad luck. She just comes up a lot when you're summoning. You think you got something good, and then it's Sandy. Not that Sandy isn't good. Her retrofit actually made her good. Oh, I know. It's like Sandy, and it's like, oh my god. I'm like, she really does come up a lot. Yeah, but I definitely, she was good. Her retrofit made her really good. I mean, you could easily retrofit her because of how many times you got her. Obtain text fragments. Which is kind of... I want to get rid of all of this, though. Can I? Not really. I'll do this. You like thick maids. Well... You retired them all? Well... I mean, you have to keep leveling up other units and moving on. It gets boring using the same units. I mean, regardless of what game you're playing. Just using the same units gets kind of boring. You always have to change things up a little bit. Like this game could bring new life into some of the 4-star and 3-star characters if they actually put something like a retrofit system or specialty change system in. I think a lot of games see that as it takes away from people summoning from the gacha, which is just not true. People always want, like, these games are mostly about collecting purposes. People will always summon. They do that because then it forces you to use the harder to get units. You know, for now, you could do the you could potentially do the stages with just 3 4-stars, although I haven't seen it, but I haven't seen anyone do it yet, but Strays is my... Oh my god. Yeah. Yeah. Look how many of the all waifu crew people toss their philosophy out the window to get Strays. Look at all the people who did that. When a character looks cool, they look cool, okay? When a cool-looking character is a cool-looking character. I also think they know they messed up with Archdemon Shadow. They know they messed up with her. So you end up with a unit like Strays. Because of it. Like, the inverse is gonna happen now when they put out a specialty change unit. Because everyone's kind of... People were upset because of how ridiculous Carrot was. And now the next specialty change unit they put out is probably going to be absolute ass. It's not going to even be good. Because they're like, we can't make another Carrot. Let's be careful. And then they put them out and they're going to be garbage. No, like in Arknights, it's definitely true. You can absolutely use them, mostly because that's the difference between certain features of the games are the same, but the gameplay itself is not. And in Arknights, you really have to balance the cost of deploying the unit. They don't have that in this. Units don't have deployment costs. In Arknights, they do. And there's a lot of 3-star units and 4-star units that can help you overall in the game in terms of strategy, and they're low cost. So a lot of times you have to use them. Some of the stages require you to deploy units quickly because the enemies just spam out of the gate, especially later on in the chapters. So they all have value. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. The robots are like only 2-star and they're ridiculous because they don't take up a slot. A deployment. When they say you can only deploy 6, those robots let you like over deploy. Like you could deploy them. They don't take up a slot. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. What is it? Lancet 2 is best girl. Lancet 2 is best girl. Yeah, those robots are really good. Yeah, in this game, I think the 3 and 4 stars are actually... Some of the 4 stars are actually pretty good. They're on par with a 5-star, almost. You can use the 3 stars, you know? If you need a certain... If you need a teleport or something like that. Some of them have it. Or heal. Some of them have those abilities that will help you. But yeah, I don't think they're as crazy in this game as they are in Arknights. Because in Arknights, they have absolute value. In this one, mostly because of the deployment cost thing in Arknights. But in this one, it's not really a problem. Can I do this? Yeah. They are useful. You can definitely use them. Like, Nails is a 4-star. I think he's really good. He's really good because he hits units. Oh, crap. I'm not even paying attention to this thing. I could do that. Maybe I should do this then. I want to get to 15. Should be able to easily. Let's do that. Yeah, no, Lancet's voice is so cute. Her voice is so cute. It fits her. She sounds like a loving and caring little robot who will save your ass in battle. Because that's what she does. She hardcore saves your ass. Is it this one? Yeah. I got all my currency. I want to make sure I buy all this furniture. I don't know why. I don't think I need it, but... What if they come up with some stupid quest where they're like, have maxed out, you know... Then I'll be screwed. I won't have any of this. Have max mood in the Colossus, and then I won't have it. Yeah, I really want to do it just in case. You know, there's still other quests when they add more story and stuff like that, so I want to be prepared. I like the plants. I like anytime they have a dorm system or something in a game. I'm going to throw this out there. I like a crap ton of plants. I like mine looking like it's outdoors, practically. I like a lot of plants and a lot of animals. If there's any kind of pets that you could put in the area, those are the stuff that I just fill my rooms with plants and animals. How do I force this? Do I have to level up someone to 5? Maybe? Alright, I think it's time for me to open up some of the stuff over here. Where's the valuable gifts? Yeah. It's time to open up those. Common gift, okay. Why not? That's Ascension materials and stuff. I'm saving that. Maybe I have to get her to level 5 and then it'll... Let's see. This is unlocking... Let's see. Why are you doing this to me? She's 5. He's not. $31, yeah. You know what? I'm not gonna make the same mistake that I did before. I'm gonna save them for when they do a double banner. I still have a lot of summons locked away in the Spire. Because I haven't done them yet. Well, that's not good. I'm gonna have to figure out how to force this stupid thing. I need that quest! This is why I try not to do the I shouldn't have did the terminal thing. I'm trying to at least do it for all of these. I like how much gold I have, but I should really... Maybe I should pay the 500,000 while I have the chance. No, this is the terminal thing. It's this... Oh! Oh! I got one! I got one! There was lag, I guess. When I leveled him to 5, he decided to talk to me. This is the terminal thing. There is one for the Colossus where you talk to someone in there. And then there's this one, which is the terminal. Yeah, seriously. What the fuck? Like, Serial, I leveled her up to 5. I leveled up someone else to 5. They didn't want to talk to me. People ask for the marriage feature. I never really cared about the marriage thing. They like doing it in MMOs too, as well. They do it in some of these gacha games. Like Counterside kind of has one, or Azur Lane kind of has one. Well, Azur Lane, they make you actually marry the character, and you put the ring on their finger, but the ring gives them a stat boost, and it unlocks a skin, special skins that they have for wedding dresses in Azur Lane. But people like those things, you know. Alright, well, I need to go and get lunch. I'm hungry. I have to make lunch for my family, too. Oh, I know. I haven't played an MMO in a really long time. It's just because nothing inspires me. Not free to play. There's some, like, the Final Fantasy ones I kind of like, but you have to pay. There's a lot more that look good, but you have to pay to play them. There's not that many free ones. Not sure why, because I know plenty of those free-to-play ones made a crap ton of money on microtransactions, so I don't know. They like having the pay, or you have to buy into the paid services for the consoles or whatever to be able to do it, is the other thing. So yeah, I better get going because I'm really hungry and I have to make food for my family anyway. And I've streamed for a good, 3 hours, so. So I hope you guys have a great day. And I'll see you soon, guys. Bye.